Okay, once again, ethical and regulatory contexts. This is part two, but mainly here we're talking about ethics and regulation of advertising. And as we told you last time, we're using a new book, Advertising Age, The Principles of Advertising and Marketing Communication at Work, Thorson and Duffy, Cengage Publishing. And I think you can get that used with not too much difficulty and not a lot of cost, so I would urge you to do that. We are going to be using this book a good deal as we go forward the remainder of the course. So we're continuing to talk about ethical and regulatory problems here. Invasion of privacy is increasingly a concern because of the changes in technology and social media and all the things that are happening online. Behavioral targeting uses the tracking of viewers' website choices to build a profile of what they're most likely to buy. I think most of you are very familiar by now with this, that your movement online, unless you go out of your way to block it, is tracked, and the ability then to direct advertising to you that is based on what your interests seem to be is something that is very much part of using social media these days. Advertisers can avoid wasting money on uninterested viewers. Advertisers like this because they can target the ads. Advertisers used to say, we don't hear this as much anymore, that we know that half of our money is wasted, but we just don't know which half, because they knew they were reaching a lot of people that weren't interested in what they were advertising. Well, now, of course, you online especially, you can target very specifically people that you have a good reason to think are interested in what you're selling. Consumers then receive ads for products in which they're likely interested. So it is advantageous in that respect for consumers because you are receiving ads that probably are better targeted to you than what you might be seeing otherwise. But there still are concerns about privacy. So regulators and advertisers are trying to figure out how to balance the good aspects of behavioral targeting, which we have discussed, with the concerns over invasion of privacy. Again, there are conveniences for advertisers and consumers for this, and this it's still early days in this matter of online advertising, social media advertising. So things will develop and evolve as we go forward. Regulation and self-regulation of advertising. The National Advertising Review Council is a professional organization of advertisers that was established in the 1970s. Many observers believe it has strengthened advertising and has improved self-regulation. So here we're talking about the industry itself regulating its own behavior. Transparency about brand endorsements. The Federal Trade Commission that we were talking about in the previous outline and previous video, also known as the FTC, says endorsers must actually use the product. So when you see someone endorsing a product on television or in an internet ad, then legally they are supposed to be users of the product. Bloggers who are paid to sing the praises of a particular brand must say that they are compensated according to the Federal Trade Commission. So this falls under government regulation of advertising. Protection from phone call harassment. The Do Not Call program is regulated by the FTC. Now, I know that the success of this or the effectiveness of this has been a little bit in question, and it seems that the phone call technology is ahead of the regulators in some respects, but they are continuing to work on that, and callers must have or are supposed to have an established business relationship with the consumer before they place the call. So here's a short video on advertising self-regulation.
Advertising self-regulation is the system by which the advertising industry actively regulates itself to promote ads which are legal, decent, honest and truthful with respect to the principle of fair competition. The value of advertising self-regulation is widely recognized by national governments, international institutions such as the European Commission, the European Council, Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, the OECD and many more. Independent studies have also shown the effectiveness of self-regulation. So how does it work? Advertisers, advertising agencies, media and other members of the advertising ecosystem work together to support a body which monitors advertising practices and seeks prompt discontinuation of those in conflict with national legal norms or established industry standards. The self-regulatory body follows procedures to ensure fair, independent and impartial review. What are the benefits? The benefits are expert knowledge, it's cost-effective, consumer-friendly, it offers speedy resolutions, it complements existing law, and it's seen as relevant, trusted, and impartial.
Okay, so that's looking at it from the international point of view, but still relevant to American advertising, and so there is self-regulation as well as governmental regulation of advertising. Facilitating positive behavior. While we have, in this particular outline and this series, we have focused on some of the problems and ethical issues with advertising. There certainly are good results from advertising. Advertising campaigns have been credited with saving Americans from catastrophe. There was the See Something, Say Something campaign that was conducted by the New York Metro Transit Authority. I'll bet you've had the experience of having seen a commercial on television or elsewhere and said, that looks interesting. That might be something I would like. And then you go and try it, and by golly, it is something that you like. And so you learn something that was useful from the commercial. And in some small way, it may have made your life better. So advertising can be informational. It can be helpful to us. It's not always something that is just a thing that has to be tolerated. The Ad Council, for years, has partnered with advertising agencies working pro bono, advertising agencies working for free, donating their services, to create many well-known public service campaigns, a lot of which I bet you are familiar with. So these are public service campaigns. So these are commercials and advertisements that television stations and radio stations in particular carry without charge. But they have been very, very influential. I think every one of these you'll be familiar with.
A forest is many things. Shady places where you can camp.
Good places for picnics, too.
Yes, and a home for wildlife.
All kinds of wildlife.
Timberland for lumber harvest. And grazing land so there'll be meat for dinner.
And milk in the morning.
Watershed to make sure you'll get water when you turn the tap on at home.
A forest is sure a lot of things.
Yes, but let a little fire get started. Catch on, destroy, and your forest is nothing.
Nothing for anybody.
You have so many reasons to protect your forests. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
And so that was created by the Ad Council, and that campaign started in the 1950s, still going today. The Take a Bite Out of Crime campaign was created by the Ad Council.
McGruff, the crime dog here. Tony thinks he's gonna walk home alone. Tony is wrong.
Tony! What are you doing? Walking off by yourself.
Good thing it was his friends, cause teenagers are the victims of over 2,000 violent crimes by strangers every day. You can help stop it. Learn to protect yourself and your friends. Find out more. Write to McGruff, the crime dog, and help take a bite out of crime.
And that campaign has been going on, I think, since the 80s. And then the Friends Don't Let Friends Drive Drunk ad council campaign. Let's try that one again. I think we misfired there.
When friends don't stop friends from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and... Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
And there you saw the Ad Council logo at the end of that PSA, that public service announcement, and I think you saw it also on the Smokey Bear and the Take a Bite Out of Crime, the McGruff PSA. So again, this is advertising agencies donating their time and services to the Ad Council to create these public service campaigns, and they've, without a doubt, they've done a lot of good over the years. The Ad Council produces, distributes, and promotes campaigns that improve everyday lives. Our memorable work inspires ongoing dialogue, engagement, and action around significant public issues, creating a measurable difference in society. And that, of course, is from the Ad Council website. So the final word here on this, advertising the good, the bad, and the regulated. It is generally in the best interest of advertisers to tell the truth and be transparent, because without credibility, advertising loses its power. So it is in the self-interest of advertising to be seen as trustworthy and reliable. In the long run, that makes for more effective advertising. So thanks, very good. We'll continue this next time and be moving into some new subject matter, so look forward to that. Thanks.